The world is constructing cutting-edge infrastructure at a tremendous speed, and this rapid growth in the construction sector has put a focus on some very remarkable megaprojects throughout the world. People are no longer fascinated by projects that cost $10 to $50 million or even $100 million. There has been a meteoric rise in the number of megaprojects costing $1 billion or more, with some costing more than $100 billion. You're watching YouTube channel LezzGetTechy. In today's video, we're going to talk about some of the world's most insane future megaprojects by 2035. So make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos we upload. Getting back to the video, let's start with the number 10 megaproject. Number 10, the Great Man-Made River Megaproject, Libya. The Great Man-Made River has been a project that is still in the working stages since 1985. It is still thought to be the greatest irrigation project in the world, and once it is finished, it will supply water to more than 350,000 acres of agricultural land. It will not only assist Libyan farmers with their crops, but it will also enhance access to clean drinking water in the majority of Libya's towns. This is a very important development for the country. The Nubian sandstone aquifer system, which is thought to be the world's biggest known fossil water aquifer system, serves as the GMR's primary source of potable water. It is anticipated that the project will be finished in 2035. Number 9. Jubail 2, Saudi Arabia. The construction of Jubail 2, an industrial city that is scheduled to be built in Saudi Arabia, has been ongoing for nearly 22 years. It has been termed the world's largest civil engineering project, and work on the second phase of the project began in 2014. The cost of the project was estimated to be $11 billion. When it is finished in 2034, Jubail 2 will be able to produce 350,000 barrels of oil per day at its oil refinery. In addition to having 100 industrial plants, miles of railways, motorways, and roads, a water desalination facility with a capacity of 800,000 cubic meters, which will make it one of the largest in the world, and other amenities. During the height of the building season, there are always more than 20,000 people working on the construction site at any given moment. Number 8. Dubailand, Dubai, UAE. Next on our list of megaprojects is the $64 billion Dubailand, an entertainment complex on a scale and with a scope never seen before anywhere on the globe. The 278 square kilometer complex could fit 3 Walt Disney Worlds if it included the parks, stadiums, hospitals, museums, attractions, ecotourism areas, and hotels that make up the proposed development. When it is finished, the project will have a shopping complex that is 10 million square feet in size and a hotel that has 6,500 guest rooms. The building megaproject, initially proposed for 2003, has run into several problems along the way, notably the global crisis of 2008, which halted the progress for more than 5 years. The opening of Dubailand is scheduled for the year 2025. Number 7. Expansion project of International Space Station, Space. Technically speaking, the megaproject does not exist in the world, but it does exist out of the world. The International Space Station, which was built by a coalition of 15 nations and 5 space agencies, is scheduled to have some upgrades carried out that are estimated to cost an astounding $60 billion. The current suggested expansion plans, which have not yet been finalized, might wind up costing more than $1 trillion in total, according to some of the sources. If all of the planned additions are carried out, the International Space Station will have the capacity to host 1 million people. Number 6. Great Garuda, Jakarta, Indonesia. Jakarta is currently sinking at the quickest rate of any city in the world, and as a result, it is in danger of being the first major metropolis to be completely wiped out by climate change. The city, much like Venice, is responding to the existential threat by erecting massive flood defenses in order to protect itself. The 20-mile seawall, also known as the Great Garuda, is projected to have a total cost of $40 billion, but it is not clear if the megaproject will work well enough to save the Indonesian capital from flooding. Number 5. HS2 Phase 1, UK. Did you know that London's underground train network was the first of its kind in the world? The majority of people do not. Aside from these fun facts, the London Underground network is rapidly expanding. The HS2 project is one to expand the current network. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, gave his approval to the HS2 project. The extraordinarily costly high-speed rail program is anticipated to cost a total of $125 billion, making it the greatest infrastructure megaproject currently being undertaken in Europe. The first phase of the project will link London and Birmingham and is scheduled to be finished between 2028 and 2031. This phase will require the construction of 140 miles of lines, a number of new stations, and the refurbishment of existing terminals. Number 4. Strategic Master Plan, São Paulo, Brazil. The much-needed renovation work is currently being done in Brazil's most populous metropolis. The São Paulo Strategic Master Plan was presented to the public in 2014, and it promotes sustainable urban development while focusing on public and non-motorized transport. The plan calls for the construction of a staggering 717,000 homes, wider pavements, cycle and bus lanes, and the creation of numerous green spaces. This project is expected to be completed in 2030. Number 3. California High-Speed Rail System. The new California high-speed rail network is on track to rack up an astounding $80.3 billion in total expenditures, making it the most costly construction project ever undertaken in the United States. The bullet train service will significantly shorten the amount of time required to travel between Los Angeles and San Francisco. The bullet train would reach top speeds of up to 220 miles per hour, allowing it to complete the trip from San Francisco to Los Angeles in less than 3 hours. Additional extensions are anticipated to take place as far to the north as Sacramento and as far to the south as San Diego, with up to 24 trains along approximately 800 miles of track. The first phase of the project is estimated to be completed in 2033. Number 2. Newhall Ranch, Los Angeles, USA. The global population is rapidly moving towards cities. According to projections made by the United Nations, the number of people residing in urban areas is expected to more than quadruple by the year 2050, reaching a total of 6.5 billion. Large-scale redevelopment plans are being implemented in cities such as Paris, New York, and Tokyo in order to handle expanding populations. These plans include the construction of more housing as well as public services such as parks, schools, and subways. In the upcoming decades, these cities will most certainly take on a totally different appearance, and some of their areas will become more gentrified. The $13 billion residential megaproject of Newhall Ranch, which has been in the planning stages for the past 3 decades, was given the go-light by the city of Los Angeles in 2017. The vast 15,000-acre development in the surrounding Santa Clarita Valley will offer millions of square feet of retail space in addition to the building of 21,500 new residences. It is anticipated that it will finish in the year 2035. And number 1. Pacific Park Brooklyn, New York, USA. The 22-acre Pacific Park Brooklyn megaproject, which was first referred to as Atlantic Yards and began construction in 2003, has had its completion date pushed back to 2035 due to the addition of 11 more towers. Its main attraction, the Barclays Center Sports and Entertainment Indoor Arena, opened in 2012. However, most of the construction that will change the skyline, including residential and office skyscrapers and a new public park, is not yet done. That's all for today's video, guys. What did you think of today's video? Tell us your views in the comments section below. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. See you in the next video. Until then, cheers!